My conscience won't let me go shoot my brother or some darker people or some poor, hungry people in the mud for big, powerful America and shoot them for what? They never called me nigger. They never lynched me. They never put no dogs on me. They never robbed me of my nationality, raped and killed my mother and father. What, I'm going to shoot them for what? How am I going to shoot them? Them little poor little black people, little babies and children and women. How can I shoot them poor people? Just take me to jail.
Muhammad Ali was born January 17, 1942, in Louisville, Kentucky. His birth name was Cassius Clay, but he later changed his name to Muhammad Ali after converting to the Islamic religion.
Why do you insist on being called Muhammad Ali now?
That's the name given to me by my leading teacher, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's my original name. That's a black man name. Cassius Clay was my slave name. I'm no longer a slave.
Many people and companies refused to call him by his new name. When Ali was only 12 years old, he had a bike stolen from him. After that, he wanted to learn to fight so he could whoop the person that stole it. He became an incredible young fighter. At age 18, he won gold at the Olympics in boxing. He came back to his hometown, Louisville, Kentucky, and threw that medal into a river because a whites-only restaurant refused to serve him. His professional debut was on October 29, 1960. Ali claimed the World Boxing Association's heavyweight title 3 times. He was the world champion from 1964 to 1967, 1974 to 1978, and last of all, 1978 to 1979. His overall record was 56 wins with 37 knockouts, 7 losses with 1 knockout, and he boxed a total of 548 rounds in his professional career. On April 28, 1967, due to racism and religious reasons, Muhammad Ali refused to enroll in the Vietnam War. For that decision, he was sentenced 5 years in prison, fined $10,000, banned from boxing for 3 years, and stripped of his first heavyweight champion title in 1967. The Vietnam War was one of the first American wars to be protested and was popular at the time. To see a person protesting the war, especially a black man who spoke so well to defend himself and others, upset numerous influential news and sporting companies. After that, Ali became one of the most hated men in America because of the protest.
Muhammad Ali used his voice to take a stand for the people that couldn't defend themselves by refusing to participate in the Vietnam War. Muhammad Ali stood up for the people that did not want to travel to war but were forced to. About 30% of the people who participated in the Vietnam War were draftees, meaning that 30% of the people who fought for our nation were forced to by our government. Not all of that 30% wanted to fight. Ali was a part of that 30%, except he was in a position where people listened to his words. He could make a change by using his voice.
Community acted real well. Matter of fact, it blew up like a Christmas tree. Yeah, because everybody was like, so happy that somebody actually spoke out. That when we spoke out, it helped a lot of people get relief that somebody's actually looking out for them.
Ali more than held his own against students who had a far better formal education than he.
I'm saying you talking about me about some draft, and all of you white boys are breaking your neck to get to Switzerland and Canada and London. I'm not going to help nobody get something my Negroes don't have. If I'm going to die, I'll die now, right here fighting you. If I'm going to die, you my enemy. My enemy is the white people, not Viet Congs or Chinese or Japanese. You my opposer when I want freedom. You my opposer when I want justice. You my opposer when I want equality. You won't even stand up for me in America for my religious beliefs, and you want me to go somewhere and fight, but you won't even stand up for me here at home.
One of Muhammad Ali's most famous quotes about his refusal to participate as a soldier in the Vietnam War was,
I will not go 10,000 miles from here to help murder and kill another poor people simply to continue the domination of white slave masters over the darker people of the earth.
This quote is very important because it expresses a lot of Ali's feelings and others' feelings towards the war's violence and towards the country's racial inequality. In the 1900s and even now, many people do not have a voice in the system like Ali did. So for him to use his power like he did to stand up for himself and others in a time of need is brave and selfless.
Muhammad Ali stood up for himself by fighting for what he believed in. Muhammad Ali learned early on that he could use his fame and popularity to draw attention to the things that he saw bad in the world. There are many examples of his activism throughout his life, and Ali was very vocal about them.
We have been brainwashed. Everything good in the authority was made white. We look at Jesus, we see a white with blonde hair and blue eyes. We look at all the angels, we see white with blonde hair and blue eyes. Now I'm sure if there's a heaven in the sky and the color folks die and go to heaven, where are the colored angels? They must be in the kitchen preparing the milk and honey. Even Todd was the king of the jungle in South Africa.
When he was Cassius Clay, he was a strong opponent of racism of every type, not just for the African American community.
Believe in obeying the laws of the land. We are taught to obey the laws of the land as long as it don't conflict with our religious beliefs. Whatever the punishment, whatever the persecution is for standing up for my religious beliefs, even if it means facing machine gun fire that day, I will face it before denouncing Elijah Muhammad and the religion of Islam. I'm ready to die.
The media loved him from all of his success from his boxing career. Whenever he was interviewed by members of the press, he never missed a chance to promote something he believed in. His strong feelings about racism ultimately led him to explore the Islamic religion. When Cassius Clay changed his name to Muhammad Ali, it was the ultimate form of protest.
Well, he stood up for himself because he became a Muslim, and we always stand up for our religious beliefs and rights. The people was calling him Cassius Clay, and they kept addressing him as Cassius Clay, and he demanded every time somebody would say that to him, that, you know, he let them know right away, I'm a Muslim, my name is Muhammad Ali, and that's who I'm going to be called as, and he would never answer to anybody who calls him Cassius Clay. This is what started him standing up for his beliefs.
After he became a Muslim, Ali began to protest the United States about participating in the Vietnam War. Once again, he used the media to his advantage by expressing his feelings and thoughts about the war during his interviews. By standing up for himself, Ali showed bravery and leadership to every community and race around the world. He expressed his feelings towards several different events and influenced many other people to do the same.
When he married me, I was already a Muslim. And we were conscientious objectors. Muslims that got fighting in the white man's war. So this is what Muhammad Ali learned and followed behind that because of our religious beliefs.
Muhammad Ali put down his fist to fight for himself and others. Muhammad Ali initially fought for himself, but later fought to become a world champion and as well a champion of world causes. He leveraged his fame as the world's greatest boxer to highlight the important causes he believed in, racism and protesting the Vietnam War. Ali's outspoken refusal to submit to the draft was not only bold, but set a big influence for both black and Muslim Americans to stay true to their beliefs.
Oh, he respected it. It impacted a lot of people. It let people know that it was a useless war. It was a bad war. So by him being in the right, not going to fight, and there were many others that were conscientious objectors. The hippies, they also too did not go to the war. He wasn't the only one.
32 years later, on March 6, 2016, Muhammad Ali died of septic shock.
I'm gonna float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. George can't hit what his hands can't see. Now you see me, now you don't. He think he will, but I know he won't. They tell me George is good, but I'm twice as nice. And I'm gonna stick to his butt like white on rice.
Fight for you. come all this way for us to lose.